here's someone coming in. Lisa from the Bronx. Love it. Woo! Eleanor, you want to spotlight my camera? Hello from Middletown, Maryland, Becky.
We need, I'll call my son.
Hello, what do you need?
Okay.
Eleanor, you wanna mute us out?
So, I mean,
Slash there.
Who is Narev? Eleanor, can you hear me now? I feel like that commercial. Lisa's giving me the thumbs up. I hear you. All right, you guys look so festive today. I am loving it. Oh, Jane from Rehoboth. I'm going to the beach next weekend because I am so burnt out from this semester. I feel like I'm going to die. All right, so let's check this. I've got Tennessee in the house. Hey, Narev. I've got Binghamton, New York. We love Binghamton, New York. I've got California. Look at you waking up early. You sweet, sweet things. Southern California. Hey, Kay. I've got Nancy from the Villages. All right, it's foggy and rainy. Sorry, it's going to be a beautiful, crisp day here in bucolic Frederick, Maryland. I've got Nancy in the house. I've got Marianne Francis. My girl Francis is here. Johnstown, PA. You know I love a PA girl. You know it. I've got Nancy and Francis having their little happy chat. I always love that. Hey, Alicia from Elk Ridge. So nice to see you. All right. I am so thrilled. Keep it coming. Keep it coming. And oh, happy day. Happy December. Does it feel like this month has put on a jetpack and just gone? I swear, Eleanor and I talk about it all the time. It is moving like lightning. And I am so thrilled. It's our last class of 2025. So hello, Weehawken. Hello, Arlington. It's chilly here. Today, I have got a couple of interesting things for you. I went a little rogue on some of the things that we're doing. Eleanor just posted the recipes and the grocery list in the chat if you want it after. And I want you to remember, Eleanor, would you do me a favor? Would you put Christine at emptynestkitchen.com in the comments, and that way y'all can put it in your notes, put it wherever you go, and if you have questions, comments, major life issues, you can always drop me an email. Okay, easy breezy. Oh, I love that Marianne is so excited for the acorn squash recipe, because let me tell you my thought process. We're doing our 3 dishes today, right? So we're going to do an acorn squash. We're going to do a dessert because it's December and there's no way I wasn't doing something pepperminty. And then I'm going to show you a fantastic mocktail that I just shared with people that cook with me every other week. And it is so yummy. This is a cute little dinner that you could do for you and a partner or a spouse or you and a friend, because we are going to cut the acorn squash in half, 2 servings automatically. How good is that, right? How good is that? So if you've got questions, we're just going to rock them out into the comments. I'm delighted to have y'all here. And let's get going. Yes, because this sucker is going to take like 35 or 40 minutes to cook. Now, to start, I've got my oven turned on to 375. Easy breezy, lemon squeezy. But we know it's not easy breezy, lemon squeezy. And that is the whole acorn squash thing. Now, if you are a cleaver type of cook and you have a big cleaver in your house, this is the time. I don't have a cleaver. I just have my trusty chef's knife. But regardless, we're not going to whack it. No. We're going to be really careful because we don't want to end up in the emergency room with squash-related injuries. Am I right? I am right. Okay, so here's what we're going to do. I like to get a little murdery with it and just sink my knife right into the middle. Can y'all see that right there? I think you can see that right there. They can be hard to cut, Marianne. They can be a little bit of a pain in the tush. So what I like to do, can you see that I kind of skipped the little butt there where, that little bit, because that's hard. So I just went to the side of it. And instead of trying to do the whole thing at once, I find that if I sink my knife into half, I can use some leverage there. And look at this. It's just ready to do the thing for me. Ta-da. All right, now do I have equal halves? No, one's a little bigger than the other. Okay, what Joe is, if you nuke it for a minute or two. Oh, I love that, Joe. I was just nuking something else. So here's what I've got. I have got these little squashies, and we are gonna just pop out the seeds. Now, I know some of y'all are very industrious, and I know that you will pull those seeds out and roast them. I know how you are. That is not the life I lead. I swear, is this age not the most liberating time in your life? Oh my gosh, I love it so much. Now, here's a little trick for you, Joe. You ready? So what I like to do is I just take off a little slice of the bottom so that when I serve it, when it comes out, I can serve it like that and it won't roll on the plate, okay? Olive oil and salt on your seeds. I love that. And we don't have to get too fancy here. Doesn't have to be cute. See that? We just want it to rest on its laurels a little bit. All right. You give the squirrels the seeds. That is so funny. I don't know. My squirrels are very well fed around here. My squirrels are super well fed. They lead the life, man. Okay. And let me tell you, just because I think everybody should come to Frederick, Maryland, even my folks in the villages, even my folks out in California, I just love it here so much. We have family coming into town today and like this afternoon, so I'm going to feed them this. But, well, I'm going to feed my vegetarian sister-in-law because I think I might do the turkey separately. We'll see. But here's what we're going to do. We're going to take this sucker. We're going to put it cut side down, and then we're going to put a little water on the pan. Just a little. We don't have to get crazy because any water we put in the pan is going to get crazy hot, yes? And then we're going to bump it right into the oven. All right, now let's set our timer. And I'm going to go aggressive and go for the full 40 minutes, okay? Because what's a cup of water when you're drowning? Oh, Michelle, that's so great. I love Frederick. We have the coolest thing that happens in the winter. All of these nonprofits kind of sponsor a boat. We have this canal running through the middle of town. It's actually part of this massive flood control system, but they made it cute, right? And they've got that, and they put these boats in, and they're lit up, and some of them give off smoke, and you can vote for each boat, and I think you pay $1 or something for each boat, and then the charity ends up getting that money. It's the coolest thing. It's really pretty. All right. Got it. So we're going to do that. We're going to do the historic house tour. We're doing a whole thing today. I am so excited. Now, here is a little hint for you. This dish that I'm making right now, you can make it ahead. And not only can you make it ahead, you can freeze it. What? If I was going to freeze this, I would just slightly undercook my squash so that when I warm it the whole way through when I'm ready to eat it, it's perfect. All right. 375. Thanks, Karen. Thanks, Dawn. All right, Karen and Dawn, you're now my helpers. Get ready. Okay, so I have got my little burner here and my pumpkin seeds because this is so good. And I'm actually going to do my pumpkin seeds up, and I'm going in a dry skillet. Let me show you. I'm going to go in a little dry skillet here. I'm not going to get too crazy with it. And I'm just going to toast them for a couple of minutes because they're always They're always so much better, just like nuts. They're so much better when you toast them a little bit. And yes, I gotta tell you, Lita, I hope I'm saying that right, that it is so cool. They made, I guess my town, we moved here in the mid-90s. And I think in the 70s, we all remember like Hurricane Agnes, Johnstown. I know you remember that. But the downtown totally flooded. It wiped out a lot of businesses. It was a whole thing. So we had this mayor who had a lot of foresight and they worked really hard and they got to the point where they built this incredible flood control system. And from what I understand, we have these 3 tunnels that are so big you could drive a school bus through each of them, but you don't see them at all. You don't see them anywhere. Yes, you will absolutely, Kelly. All right, pumpkin seeds. You can get these anywhere, and I'll tell you what, Alicia, you're gonna find them under pumpkin seeds, but you're also gonna find them under pepitas, Pepitas, right? Pepitas. And they're not just a fall thing. I actually love to use them in a salad dressing where I'll toast them. And when you toast them, they go from flat to slightly rounded. We might have used some of these last time, but we just let them toast a little bit. I always reach in. Oh, see, that one already got round. I love it. Doesn't take a lot of effort here. Yeah. Yeah, they start kind of like puffing a little, which is a good thing. All right. Now, I do want to ask, I put the burner, Michelle, medium. Whenever I'm toasting, I always like to go medium and I always like to do it on top of a burner because I used to do it always in the oven and then I would forget or get distracted or something would happen. Yes, 2 days ago, I was in my college class teaching and my timer just went off. It never buzzed. I was like, oh! So I always like it where I can see it. And these all are perfect. Oh my gosh, I just even heard a little pop pop. Diane, you're going on the house tour? Okay, you'll have to introduce yourself. All right. Oh, you know what? Let's get our onion. I'm so excited. I just love Christmas. Just love December. But all right. New folks. We always like, yeah, hang on, Katie. Is it Katie? Yeah, oh, I love that name. I always like, oh, that's what our town looks like. Janet just put that up. Look in the comments. That is not like a doctored up anything. That's just what our town looks like. It's really cool. It's really, really cool. Eleanor, you have to get out here.
I love Frederick.
You've got to come. I'll take you for coffee. I'll take you for coffee.
It's gorgeous.
They call us a Hallmark town. So,
and they're correct.
Yeah.
In that assertion, I think so.
All right. Now, Katie just asked if there's a brand of non-stick skillet that I really like. Katie, I have a question for you, and it's an important question. Is anyone else using your cookware? Because that's going to influence my answer. So you can pop that in the comments if you like. Because if someone else is going to be using your cookware, we got to be careful, right? Because technically this has a little flake off of it, so it should go. But I invested a little money. Okay, good. I like that Katie's like, I could get it dedicated. I love that. Katie, we should totally hang out. So I'm gonna go back over here so you can see my mad onion skills. I spent a little money on these pans and I got a pretty well-known brand because they work on an induction burner. Inexpensive nonstick pans, truthfully, I love them. I love them. I love the cheap pans because then when something happens to them, I have no issue with tossing it out, right? If I'm not buying nice pans, they're cheap pans, awesome. So good, and I can 100% chuck it, buy a new one, and know that I did the right thing, right? But if I spend some money like I did on these because I needed them to work induction, then you're a little more squirrely. One of the things you can do, see this stuff right down here? This is drawer liner. You know, you can get it at a dollar store. You can probably get it at your grocery store. But drawer liner, one of the ladies who used to work with me got us all these rolls of drawer liner. And we would cut it up and put it under our nonstick pans. We'd put it between the pans. We'd use it to make sure our cutting boards weren't roaming around on us. And then we'd keep like a layer between. Now, truthfully, you could do a paper towel. That's going to be fine. But I do recommend if you have nonstick pans, rather than just stacking them in on each other, go ahead and put something cushiony between them. That's what I like. Does that help? I hope that helps. There you go, Beth. Old pot holders. Rhonda! Rhonda for the win right there. That's a good one. Yeah, you do not have to go out and spend money. I don't know about you all, but I have become very judicious with my money right now. Where I used to love to do Mama Loves a little retail therapy, right? Not anymore, man. I am like, forget about it. I don't want to spend a dime. So whatever I have around the house. Okay. So right now, I am going to saute these onions, not to get them brown, but to get them just a little soft. A little bit of olive oil there. And of course, you know, we love a little salt. And, you know, I love to season as I go. I think that's how a lot of cooks do it. Did I forget to put the salt in my tart shells the other day? Absolutely, I did. Did I tell my students? Absolutely, I did not. I'm like, they're not going to eat mine. It's fine. Okay. We get the recording also. Okay, I'm going to bring it back. Can we lightly do this? No. All right, I know, Kelly. I know. I hate to bring you down. I hate to say no, but no. We want to do these separately because the onions are going to soften. Any moisture is going to not give us what we want with our pumpkin seeds. We want to get, you know, brown and slightly crispy. So we're going to do them together. I know. And Kelly, trust me, if I say no, I mean it. All right. I know. It's like my mom. She had no problem saying no to us anytime, but my husband, she never said no to him. One time I still remember. Yeah. I got a yes, ma'am. All right, now let's take a quick second. If you are brand new to us, I want you to put hello in the comments for us, because let me tell you, you may not know this because you have stumbled onto probably the greatest way to spend an hour the first Saturday of the month. Because look at all those new people. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Okay, we've got Dawn and Patricia and Jane and Jim and Beth and Dorian and Susan and Irma. And I just got to call you home. Lynn and Susan and new to me, Michelle. I'm so glad you're here. And Gail and Sue and Phyllis. Oh, Kelly's season. Now, all my regulars, all my newbies, get on it. Welcome, Jane. Get on in there. You know what to do. You know what to do. Share the love. And here is one of the things. Hello. Hello from Raleigh. Jeter. Now, I love that name. Is it because of Derek Jeter? It is. It is. All right. So, come on. Yeah, come on. I want to see. Oh, look at you, Rhonda. You're so sweet. Lisa from the Bronx, you better do a welcome here. Adrian. Oh, my Adrian. Nancy. Dot. Oh, look, Dot. Okay, so mark this down. And I always try to encourage everyone because I'm kind of big into like Mediterranean diet eating. I am down 19 pounds. Okay, I've been working. And Mediterranean diets really helped with like my cholesterol, my triglycerides, and all that good stuff. But one of the things, we always hear the word diet. One of the things that's a huge hallmark of Mediterranean style living is eating together. It's that being together sort of thing. So when we have our next class in February, bring a friend. I'm going to show you how to make a really cute little mocktail. Bring a friend to sit with you and to watch and cook if you want. I love to answer your questions, but do it. Do it, do it, do it, do it, do it. Okay? Trust me on this one. It's so much fun, and I love that. Okay. Oh, Irma, I'm so glad to have you here. Elia, that's a beautiful name. Outer Banks, love it. Alabama. Ah, love it. Maryland, you're doing the welcome wagon. Marie, I love the newbies and the oldies. Marie, you're gonna get in trouble. Alrighty, so I've got my onions getting nice and soft. But we gotta make some filling here, right? Now, I took those pumpkin seeds and I shoved them into my bowl. If we were gonna use the turkey sausage, and I will tell you this, you can combine, Kelly, you can combine the turkey sausage and the onions. I'm gonna do my turkey sausage in a little bit because I wanna leave one of these veggie. Since I have a vegetarian coming, I'd hate to make this and have her not be able to have it. So I'm gonna take that. And I do, for something like this, I actually do like the poultry sausage. I think it works out really well. All right, so I've got that. Let's see, onions and pumpkin seeds. Perhaps we should add some herby herbs. A little bit of dried thyme. Now remember, if you've got fresh thyme, because I know I've got all my friends in better climates, right? Down in villages, out in Cali, Texas. I know I've got Texas. We go ahead and we're gonna take our dried thyme. But if you have fresh, if you still have an herb garden, 3 times as much fresh as dry. So just think of it that way. Whenever we're looking at fresh to dry, we're going 3 to 1. Okay? That's just how that works. All right. Oh, Lisa Check. Lisa Check, you are having, like, I love watching your videos about all of your yarns and everything. So good. All right. Now, our recipe calls for dried sage. But I bought some fresh because I was still feeling the Thanksgiving vibe when I went to the grocery store this week. But this got a little, I don't know, it's not looking great. And I guess my sage, I think my sage died last year. I didn't get any this year because sage will stay in your garden for a long time. And I went yesterday and I got the last chives out of my garden. All right. And I'm just going to take this sage. I do like the stems are fine. These are kind of tender, but I'm just going to take this. To me, sage always feels like a puppy's ears, like really soft and velvety. Love that. So since I'm not using the dried, I'm using the fresh, I'm going to use a little bit. All right. Does anybody know if sage is annual or perennial? I feel like it's perennial. Love the fresh herb. I'm telling you, the fresh herbs, they will change how you cook. They really will. They will make you just need the chives. I mean, let's just be honest. You only need the chives because you can put chives on top of anything and you'll be like the superstar. Not only, gotta wash the pan, sorry. Not only do the chives make it, look cool, but they're delicious. Okay. Alrighty, ready. Now, you ready for this? Because this is my favorite part. My farro. Now, this is a great tip. I always feel bad saying this is a great tip because it's like, no, I'm wonderful. But this is a good tip. For when you guys, I talk about this, when you're making brown rice, farro, barley, quinoa, any of these things, make a lot. Make a bunch. Make the whole bag. Make the whole box. Quinoa can be a lot. And then freeze it. Freeze it. Freeze what you have left. This is a big bag. I usually go with a smaller bag. I don't know what I was thinking when I did this one. I make a whole bag of farro every time. I make a whole bag of farro, and then I take a cup and I put it in a small freezer bag. take another cup, put it in a small freezer bag, squeeze out the air, store it flat, and it's ready when you are. Sage is a perennial. Okay. Yeah, typically, Cheryl, yes, Marianne, everything does look so much prettier. Typically, we don't do January because it's too soon to get everything together. And then we skip July. But every other month, we tend to be here. It's actually the highlight of my month, but don't tell anyone. All right. How about some currants? Now, who's a raisin hater? Just raise a hand. Okay. Oh, thank you, Marianne. I am my one sister-in-law who's coming today, Maureen, but we call her Mo. I absolutely love her. She is the greatest. And she once said, 35 years ago, that raisins are the devil's work, which I thought was so funny because I also hate raisins. These currants, though, I don't know. I love the currants. And you can get them right beside the raisins in the grocery store. And if you want to pump them up a little, you can soak them in some boiling water for just 5 minutes. And they will kind of rehydrate and they won't be as chewy. But I'm all in. And I like to just put a little bit in because this is so lovely. The little bit of sweetness in those currants plays really nicely with a little bit of sweetness that's in the squash. Okay, so I'm always looking at kind of playing with those ingredients. Now let's see, here's where it gets really fancy. Oh, where did I put it? A little bit of soy sauce. Surprising, right? Dried cranberries, Karen, heck yeah. Oh, I like the golden raisins too. Dawn, if you scroll up to the beginning, you will find those. Now, you may have noticed I didn't put any salt into here. I put a little salt on the onions when they were cooking, but that is because our soy sauce is our salt. Our soy sauce is our salt mechanism. Okay, that is where we're adding the salt in the recipe. And that's actually fairly important because if we just keep adding salt, we got to keep the whole recipe in mind. And I know, like my dad always grabbed the salt shaker for everything. But for this, I'll taste it and see if it needs anything. Let's see. You know what it needs? You want currants. I don't know. What's so surprising to me with that soy sauce? I wish I remember where I found this recipe. I've tweaked it over the years. Holy bananas. That is so good. Okay. I'm going to set it to the side. Well, are you feeling cheesy? I always feel cheesy. So we can just call it adding protein. I love to say, oh, I'm just adding some protein in. But we'll add in, how about a little bit of white cheddar cheese? I had to rescue this from my husband the other night. He's big into the cheese and apples as a snack. We have a question? I heard someone. Don't worry, Susan. Don't feel bad. Start with, Michelle, how about we start with like 2 teaspoons? How about we start with 2 teaspoons? And then we decide if we want more or less. Fair enough? I wouldn't go too far. Look at that. Oh my gosh. All right, so that is going to be a gorgeous thing right there. I'm going to take that. And then I'm just going to put this to the side for us. And we'll save that for the top. And did you notice I did my own cheese? We all know why, yes? Oh, grill apples and add them to a grilled cheese. Oh, Janet. Sounds delicious. We love to grate our own cheese because they have anti-caking agents on pre-shredded. Listen, I will make a quesadilla with pre-shredded cheese all day long. Totally will. But whenever I want it to get really melty like this, because a quesadilla is like a quick thing I want, I always grate my own. It just makes it meltier faster. I can see y'all. I can see Jane. I can see Beth and Michelle and Kathy and Nancy. I love that. Smile, Nancy. We're having a good time. Ah, there it is. I love it. Granny Smith apples on a ham sandwich. Yeah. And Granny Smith and brie. Lovely. All right. Let's do this because I'm going to want this to cool off a little. Let's work on dessert. I know. Now, I'm never going to make a diet dessert. Y'all who've been with me, you know, I'll never make a diet dessert. It's never going to happen. That's not who I am. Right? There we go. Okay. Here's what we do. We are going to take some heavy cream. I told you, no diet desserts here. And I'm going to flip this because I do not want onion peppermint mousse. Oh, cheddar cheese on the apple pie, Eric. You married right. Now, heavy cream can handle the heat, okay? I don't know who's laughing, but you're the cutest. Thank you, Jade. I think that's Jade. All right, I see Lisa there. I see Susan. I know you hear your name, right? And then you peek up, Susan. I bought some white chocolate. And I did not buy white chocolate chips. I want you to note that. I spent the money here. Okay? And this is because chips have wax in them. Because chips are meant to retain their shape. So you do not have to make as much as I'm making here. Trust me. I did because I've got 4 people come to spend the night. That's why you guys got Christine with makeup on today. Okay. So I bought the bar of white chocolate. And they're very handy in, you know, giving us those little lines to break it. But we're going to break it even more. Because the smaller it is, the faster it melts. And I always feel like white chocolate melts more quickly anyway. I think it's because it has such a high proportion of cocoa butter in it. So I have got, okay, look at the, now I'm going to pull it off. That's going to immediately stop. But boil a half cup of cream, like boil it. It's got enough fat. No, Deborah, no, we're making a dessert. We're making a dessert, okay? We got to go with the heavy cream. I'm sorry, I told you, I hate to say no. I do, I really hate it. But we gotta, because we need the fat in it. It's a dessert, just have a bite. And this is so easy to make, and this is totally a make ahead. This is like make it as fancy as you want. I buy little jars that I put, anybody who's been here before, you know, I use my little jars and I make the little desserts in it. And use them for everything. But we gotta have that chocolate come up in temperature so that it is cranking, or excuse me, the cream. In fact, I'm gonna bring it back up real quick before I drop this in. Demi-tasse cups. You know what else is really good? If you go to like, if you're a stuffed person, if you go to Goodwill and get the little cups, I love the little cups. Because this is rich. See how that's boiling? You're getting the steam there. Okay. We're going to put this chocolate right in the pot. Now the heat is off. I turned the heat off. Oh my gosh, I think I used my onion knife. No one will know. Shh, let me out. Okay. All right, we got that. And I'm just going to give it a quick little swirl. Now, this is where people kind of lose it, because if we're not fiddling with it, we're not cooking. But not true, okay? Not true. So we're going to come back over here. I swear, if you would have asked me 5 years ago if I would have done that, Country Cut makes a plant-based heavy cream. Oh, neat. Neat. So what we need here is some fat. But I have another idea for you if you're interested. So here's what I've done. I've gone ahead and I'm letting that just set. The heat is off. I'm letting the hot cream do its job, get its work done, right? Perfect. What if you used a non-dairy whipped topping? What if we did that? And what if you used a double boiler? Because any chocolate just doesn't like direct heat. That's why I turned the heat off before I added the chocolate. Chocolate just doesn't like direct heat. So what if you put some chocolate in a bowl and put it in a pot with like an inch of simmering, not boiling water? What if we did that? That could be nice, right? And then we could take that tub of non-dairy whipped topping. I'm gonna smash some candy canes. We take that non-dairy whipped topping and we go ahead and after we have that melted cream, we'll take a nice spoonful, maybe like a quarter of the container, and we'll just kind of stir that in. What we're doing is something called tempering, and we're taking the warm thing and cooling it down a little so it'll go easier when we fold it in. All right. Now, I could not find the already smashed candy canes, and I love the already smashed candy canes. I find this to be fairly fun, but I did do a double bag situation. I don't know if y'all can see there. Double bag it. Trust me. Double bag. We once did this on stainless steel tables, and we were feeling some frustrations, and we left dents in the table because the candy canes were so hard. Is that amazing? You guys are so good with all of your vegan milks and whatnot. That's amazing. Good, great. I love that. All right, now I'm going to use my special cake thing here, and look at this. Now I'm going to come in and I'm going to stir to make sure all of that white chocolate is melted. Okay? You can use a little whisk if you want, doesn't matter. Woo, look at that. Oh, what do I have that's brown? That's it. It's a lemon seed. No, it's not. All right, look at this. It's always so funny to me too that the white chocolate turns yellow. Yeah. But remember, off the heat. And we just kept that like that. And this recipe so easily scales up and down. Marianne, you just need some pretzels or something to drag through there, right? That's what I'm talking about. All right, now I have, oh, I just spilled some on myself. Little bit of peppermint extract. One of the things that I like to do, I make myself peppermint syrup, and then I make myself peppermint mochas all season long. All right, got a little cream because I tortured poor Eleanor, but I didn't want to torture you. And let me tell you, peppermint extract, first of all, this isn't going to go bad on you. You want to keep this going for years. Tiny bit. I'm even going to measure it because I want to be so careful. I'm going to use, oh, even smaller. Quarter teaspoon. That's it. This, when we say this goes a long way, I always complain about the cost of spices and herbs and extracts and whatnot. No. You get your money's worth here. This one, you get your money's worth. All right, and I gave this a little mix before class, and we're gonna give it just a real quick little talk amongst itself. Yeah. All right. You guys remember that skit? Talk amongst yourselves, coffee talk. Love that. Alrighty, so I've got my cream, I've got my chocolate, and we are going to mix them together. Usually you put light into heavy. but we're going heavy into light. Oh, and I'm going to drag this through. Oh my goodness, this is going to be lovely. Okay, and when we fold, we are scooping to the bottom and flipping it over. And do you see how I'm turning that bowl? Everybody forgets to turn the bowl. You all should try to teach this to people who have never even heard of folding before. It's hilarious. And if you want to be super fun, do a white chocolate peppermint mousse and then do a chocolate mousse and put them out, like invite your friends over, put them out, make some coffee, and put them out in big bowls and let people serve themselves. Remember I think it was last February, I made a big old chocolate mousse for us. What is that? I made a big old chocolate mousse in one of our classes, and I said, trust me when I tell you, if you have a party, serve it in a big bowl. You don't even have to go in the little bowls, right? You don't even need to. Now, as this cools and that chocolate kind of refirms, the whole mixture will firm up for you. And you can go two different ways. You can do crushed peppermint in it, but I prefer to do crushed peppermint on it, like a garnish. See that? Look how pretty that is. I know that John is going to go crazy for this. I know this will be. Oh yeah, that's perfect. Tell you what, I'm going to put it in the fridge just to firm for a minute while we make our mocktail. Perfect. Ooh, that I might even put like another drop or two of the peppermint in. All right, let's see. Fresh mint, yes. Cream divided, right? So I did the cream that I mixed up ahead of time, and then I did about a half a cup in our pot. That's what we're doing that for. Ooh, I have a big, melted white chocolate. I know. So naughty today. Even my soap right now is peppermint. Almond, delicious. I know you guys people feel very strongly about this. How about coconut? How about coconut? How do we feel about coconut? I actually love coconut. All right. Let's check this. Oh yeah, that's looking real good. Okay. Let's talk about making a mocktail. Okay. Mocktails are the thing right now. Mocktails are it. I'm telling you. But nothing makes me crazy like going to get a mocktail, because I love mocktails. Going to get a mocktail and it's $16. Now, we do have to say that a good mocktail should have lots of effort and thought. It should not be soda and juice. That should not be a mocktail. So we're going to go a little fancy. I hope you all are ready for this. Everyone's like, what? I don't know. We're going to do a mint, lime, cucumber, elderflower mocktail. Is anybody into mocktails? Dawn hates coconut. I knew someone would. All right, so this is such a popular mocktail. Here's what I've got. I grabbed two of my fancy glasses because, listen, just because we're not having the booze doesn't mean we don't deserve the fancy glasses. And I'm going to cut a couple of seedless cucumber. I'm going to do, that looks good. I really am into cucumbers right now. I just love how clean and fresh they taste. And I'm going to put some slices of cucumber in each one. Oh my gosh, it smells so good. Then, just like a mojito, we're going to take some fresh mint, right? We're going to take a little fresh mint. I think my mint's still looking strong up there. Yeah, it is so good. And listen, if you're like mocktails black, see, Michelle, I agree with you wholeheartedly. Okay? If you are saying there better be some booze in there. This works incredibly well with gin and with vodka. I personally am a little bit of a gin girl. So I'm going to do just a rough chop on this. Nothing serious. All right. And I want you to see how little I'm measuring here. There's only one ingredient we really want to be careful with. All right. So we got a little bit of cucumber, a little bit of mint. Now I've got a muddler. Okay. You see that muddler? See those teeth on that? You don't need, I love gin. I do. I love it. I love it. One of the things I'm excited about with the house tour tonight is that I know I'm going to go get a gin cocktail somewhere. All right. So what I'm going to do here is I'm just going to do a little smash. I just want to do a little smash. That's it. I'm not getting crazy about when you make a mojito, you put a little sugar in it because that abrasiveness helps break down the cucumber, or excuse me, the mint and all of that. But I just get in there and it should smell really good. It really opens up and releases the flavors. And I want to say, check out your local library and see if you can find some really good mocktail books, right? Really good there's so many really good ones right now. And I think you will find just some lovely things. But it is worth it to go a little fancy and buy yourself a specialty ingredient, right? Now, you don't have to. We could go with this as it is. And I want you to see, I'm going to do the juice of a lime in each one. And because it's my favorite trick, I'm going to show you, if you don't have, something to squeeze your juice, grab a set of tongs. All right, all my newbies, grab a set of tongs, and you can use your tongs to squeeze that. Do you see how easy that is? Look, I pop it right in there, and I just give it a squeeze. That's it. Love a tong squeeze. Wooden spoons are great. Did you know you're not allowed to have wooden spoons in a professional kitchen? Did y'all know that? That's because of the food safety stuff. I know. I have one that's made of something called exoglass that I like a lot, that most resembles a wooden spoon. All right. Oh, look at that. And yes, fresh lime juice. There you go. All right, what's Kelly saying? It is, Kelly. I'm telling you, because listen, if you all are like me, my hands are tired. My hands are old and tired. They have done their work. Okay, they have done their work. Now let's see, what do we want here? This is, when I bought this a couple of years ago, it was called elderflower elixir. Now they call it elderflower syrup mixer. This is an important distinction. Just do your little search, elderflower syrup mixer. And this bottle is going to last you for a while. We're going to put in tablespoon. Because remember, we can always add more, but we can't take it away. Right? Look at this. Oh yeah, baby. So now I've got some of that cucumber juice, a little mint loveliness in there. So nice. And then I always do my own club soda. This one's pretty good. I just did. Oh yeah, that was really good. I just made this one. And I'm going to add a bit of club soda in. Okay. Now remember, we can always monkey around here. We can always come up with another one. We can add more. I give it a little swirl. And then because we fancy, I always like to do a little lime slice up on the top. And I've done it where I take the limes and I just muddle the limes in. Let's talk about bang for your buck. When I made this with my group the other night, I did it where I strained the liquid out, right? I juiced it in. come on. I strained it out. This gives you a little more bang for your buck because it's got the stuff in it, right? Look how pretty that is. It's got all the yumminess floating around in there. I love that. Oh my God, it's so good. It's so fresh. Okay. So somebody's asking, is that Kelly? It is. Kelly, you are getting the Superstar Award today for all the good questions you're asking. I would say, instead of the club soda I'm making, you could do instead elderflower club soda. But you're gonna need some kind of a syrup or something in there. Does that make sense? Sorry, all my towels are in the wash. You're gonna need something in there for sure. All right, let's see. Woo! Oh yeah. Now, I still have a little touch of water in here. I'm just gonna pour it off. Easy breezy lemon squeeze. So you're gonna want to find like an elderflower syrup of some kind. Look at that. Oh my gosh, so good. All right. Now, bouncing around. Look at us. We're coming into the home stretch. So we can take this and we're gonna pop that mixture right in there. Do you see this? Oh my gosh, this is so good. My sister-in-laws that are on the complete opposite side of the spectrum. One is like, give me all the pork and all the beef, and the other is super vegetarian, like easy vegetarian, wonderful vegetarian, but I want to make everybody happy. All right. And I like to kind of mound this up, right? I like it to have some presence. Let's go one more. Club soda has sodium. Yeah. Yeah. And like Karen, I just made that. I have a little you know, the little countertop thing that you shoot the bubbles into it. I have one of those. I bought it when I had my cooking school. And cheese. And let's do this. Hold on real quick. Oven modes. It's so funny. This oven is way more advanced than I am. Where was I? Totally forgot. So you can't teach me anything. But oh, the club soda. So I just used water from the tap. I just used water from the tap and I shot it in there. That's it. That's how easy that was. I'm gonna pop that back in because I want the cheese to get melty. Right? So let's see where we are there. Perfect. And let's get our mousse out. Let's move these guys back. Yeah. All right, let's see. Love that sheet pan. I'm not sure. I know that I got it at like a home store of some sort. And I got them on sale. I got them like super on sale. And okay, let's do this. We're gonna pour this in here. Right? I like it to have a little presence, and it's just gonna keep firming up. So it's a little more like you can, if you like it a little more firm, it'll be a little more scoopable. I guess what we're saying. And then let's get our crushed candy canes. And Alicia, let me tell you this, because this is a big thing for me. If we are all in this class, right, we are mostly of a certain age and cooking for one or two people, right? Buy yourself, if you've got the budget, treat yourself to some quarter sheet pans because they're smaller, they go in the dishwasher, and I'm telling you right now, such a win. Such a win. I use them. And here's another tip. I don't know if this will interest y'all or not, but one of the things that I do as I get ready for things, Thanksgiving, Christmas dinner, whatever it is, my classes, the recipe I'm using, I always print one out. Ooh, the peppermint extract's filled on that. I grab a sheet pan and the recipe, I put it together, and then I go through everything I need for the recipe that isn't fridgy goes in here. And then a lot of times, if I have a lot of fridge items, I'll grab a sheet pan for those and I'll gather all my fridge items that I need. You know, maybe you need mustard or who knows what, right? I will grab that and put it on. And it keeps everything so well organized. Look, I've got a big bowl of white chocolate peppermint mousse. Okay, where am I going? There we go. And this way, there it is. Okay. Got these guys. It is so festive. It really is. And I promise, it really does firm up quite a, I mean, I like it like this, but it really does firm up quite a bit. So, hey, John, you want to come try this? He's like, no, he's grading papers. Teachers. Oh, you're so welcome. Here, come around. He showered. This is great. This is white chocolate. This is white chocolate peppermint mousse. Have a taste. 7th grade home ec. I love that. Marianne says hi. So Cheryl. So is Francis. Francis is in Nebraska.
Oh,
So some of our favorite people are from Nebraska. How is it?
that's good. It's not as sweet as I thought it would be.
It's not as sweet.
Yeah.
Because did y'all notice I didn't put in any powdered sugar or anything like that? I just let the chocolate do the work.
Yeah, it's good, really good.
It's really good. You like it?
Yeah, kind of have the rest of it.
No, you can't have the rest. Go away. Go away. His star turn is over. All right. So, oh, thank you, Sarah. Not eating this stuff. I have, you know what it is? I have a little bit now. I just don't have a lot. Okay. Look at that. Can you see that? Okay, let me move this so y'all can see. Look at this. Okay, come on. How gorgeous is that? How pretty is that? I know. It's so, and I'm telling you, if you are not a big eater, because I don't know about you, but as I've gotten older, my appetite has decreased, right? But if even that is too much for you, you can let it cool just a little bit and then cut it in half and serve like a wedge instead of a half. So there it is. Isn't that great? I know, it's so easy. So trust me, make those whole grains. We love our whole grains, right? Make those whole grains and stash the extra in the freezer. Do future you a solid and do that. And then the white chocolate mousse, again, you can make a fraction of that. And you can buy that non-dairy whipped topping and use that instead. And that is where we are. Okay, so I will see y'all hopefully in February. All of my new friends, I'm so grateful that you gave us a try. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Please don't hesitate to invite a friend over to watch with you, and you can introduce them to us, and you can be the pro. Oh, and the library class. All right, Cheryl, I'm teaching a free library class online on Tuesday, and that is going to be a great time too. So bring a friend. All of my folks who are pro level in here, thank you so much for coming and being so welcoming to everyone else. I hope everyone has the most wonderful holiday season. Mwah! And I'll see you in February. Bye, guys.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you. Have a safe holiday. See everyone next year. Someone had to do it. Thank you. There's Debbie. Debbie, the recipes are at the beginning of the chat. You can also check your email. We're hanging out today. Thank you, Adrian. I'll see you soon.
Maybe I'll see you at the Canaanite house tour tonight.
Maybe I'll see you. Wait, let me see you. I want to see you.
I'm looking
There
at
you are. Maybe
Yeah.
I'll see you. Yay!
I'm in one of the houses on Clark Street. I'm actually volunteering. So
Which number?
not Mrs. Larson's, the one on the corner, I think.
Oh, great. Okay, great.
Yes.
Yay, yay. All right.
Yep. See you then.
Hopefully I'll see you there. All righty.
Yep. Bye-bye.
Bye. See ya.
Yeah.
Dawn, looking for Dawn. Diane, excuse me. Do you teach at FCC? I do. I do teach at FCC. We had a good chat today, too. All right. We're still on. Oh, Heidi's in. Oh, yay, Heidi. Francis is still here. I love this. All right. All right, anyone who's still here, if you have any questions, let me know. And I'm here to answer them. Okay, there we go. Heidi, I'm so glad you could make it. Now I gotta clean my kitchen before my guests get here. That's my only bummer. All right, guys, I'll see y'all soon. Thank you. So, Pat, thank you, Pat. All right, now don't be afraid to bring a friend around next time. We love the friends. We go ahead and do a little bit of the sausage. This is another thing, right? I just pop everything in the freezer now, I swear. And this is poultry sausage instead of just regular turkey or chicken. I think they can get really dry, especially if they're just breast meat. So I always look for a little bit of a blend, and I always want to have some dark meat and really important stuff.